Rafael. Hello, everybody, and welcome to August Retrospective. My name is Miriam. I'm from the event circle, the best circle at Deepfunding, and I'm privileged to be your host today, and I'm very honored to do so. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you for taking out the time to be here today. I know how valuable your time is. And from all of us at the event circle, we really appreciate your commitments to showing up at all of our events and all of our meetings. Thank you for that. This past month, we've achieved quite a lot together as a community, right? We've had upgrades in features and on our portals. We've solved problems. We've expressed frustrations and we've found solutions. We've navigated challenges as a community. But more importantly, I think that we've also learned, right? We continue to learn here at Deep Funding as individuals, as circles, as a collective community. And so today's retrospective, in case you have a bias against retrospective meetings, is not about dwelling on what has gone wrong or the errors that have been made, but or even just celebrating. It's not just about celebrating things that worked in isolation. It's also about understanding the why behind our successes and our failures, right? It's about extracting insights, so to speak, that will make us a stronger, more efficient, more collaborative community moving forward. So this is going to be about 2 hours of us chatting and reflecting and going through a a very comprehensive document that has outlined all of our reports from all of our circles. And is this is announcement. This is going to be a safe space where every voice matters. So whether you are sharing a frustration, you are proposing a solution, you are highlighting something that worked well, your perspective is valuable. Everybody is here to listen without judgment, and please do so in case you do not come to listen without judgment. Discuss with respect and commit to, improvement as we go. Our goal is not perfection, it is progress. And every challenge we face is an opportunity to learn. And every success we have, it is built on the foundation of all of our collective efforts. We are all MVPs and VVIPs here at Deep Funding. So let's just dive into August retrospective, guys. Honest communication, mindful speaking, and a shared commitment to becoming better. And who knows, maybe the things we learn today, the insights we uncover can shape our next year or not. Really, no pressure. It's a retrospective meeting is to be as reflective as possible. So I'm going to be sharing my screen, guys, and thank you to all the coordinators who sent their reports early. Thank you for not giving high blood pressure. Thank you guys for that. And so I'm just going to be sharing my screen. Please, coordinators, once it's your turn, just so that we finish in 2 hours, so we don't do 3, 4 hours marathon. Once it's your turn, just say, I'm here, ma, I'm here. Just aye, Captain. Let's get into it. And we do it. If you can skip the overviews, brilliant. You know I like to finish meetings early. We'll just go straight to it. If your coordinator is not here, there will be a fine that you as a circle will pay. Or if there's nobody to report for you guys. So start looking for your circle members in the chat box and confirm that your circle members are here and your coordinator is here as well. If not, start ringing their lines. Okay? Agreed. Whoosh, let's get into it. Okay, sharing my screen now. Please confirm if you can see my screen, guys.
It's coming up. Yeah, and can we have an idea of what circles? Are we just going to follow the document?
I guess so. I think that systematic way that document has presented that works. But if a circle is not ready to present, we could just skip and go to the next, I guess. I'm not is all right. So if all circles have sent in their reports, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, then we can start. First off, our favorite circle. Okay, no. Event circle is our favorite circle. DFIT circle. And their coordinator is Edwin, the lovely Edwin, who would also be reporting for them today. Edwin, are you present? If not, where's the assistant captain of the event circle, of the IT circle? Edwin, are you here? Edwin is not here. Going once, going twice. Okay. All right then. So the favorite circle indeed. Event circle. Priscilla is here in the beachfront. So event circle, right to you. So coordinator that's is Cardoso, right? Rafael Cardoso, but he's, trying to squeeze in some summertime, and we've decided to let him rest because, it's summer, he should rest. So Priscilla, who is also an event cycle coordinator, is going to be presenting for him. So Priscilla, over to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Miriam. And for Edwin, I don't know how much we are fining him, so please think of the fine so that we can do that quickly after.
1,500 pizzas.
That's nice. And we are going to ship that to everybody.
Okay.
No matter your country. Okay.
All right.
So for the event circle, this month we've had like some good progress and also starting some few new things. So below is like a quick rundown of all that happened in August. So we worked closely with Seth and Marcelo from the UI UX team to finalize the design for the Community Hub website. We encountered some bugs, but we've been able to have headway with it. So there is good feedback there. And next step is to pilot with 2 hubs, creating their personalized websites. And this stage will be experimental for both the hubs and the UI UX team. And second, on our metrics, we are looking at over the last 6 months, we've collected and analyzed data from our events to track attendance and growth, especially for the town hall and open all hands. And this gives us a clear picture of trends and areas to improve. We will soon share these findings with the community at the next town hall. So be expecting that, guys. And for our third metrics, we are looking at the Twitter space, which I'm sure some of you were present for our last X Space event. That was on last Monday. And we realized we also need to track the Twitter space. We've made a few tracks here and there. Mariam had that in documentation. We also share that with the community as time goes on, maybe on the next town hall or the town hall after that. So for the fourth thing on the things we've achieved in August, together, the event circle with the data analytics team and the review circle, we contributed to creating a Deepfunding lab pod focused on developing a community hub portal. And the goal is to bring all hub-related processes into one place to make collaboration smoother across circles. And we still are in the early stage, so we are still defining the features and then the workflow. For the fifth thing that we've achieved this month, we've also revamped our documentation process from our half-yearly review. We saw the need to improve our documentation, keeping it better organized and also regularly updated. So instead of hiring like a new person into the team, our dearest Mariam volunteered to help with this, with her special skills in helping us put things together and also improve our documentation process. And we are starting with reorganizing existing documents. So that's what we'll be doing, creating new ways to have our contracts all in one place and having them reviewed every time. So the last thing, throughout August, our circle continued to run its regular events, that's the town hall and open all hands, and bi-weekly Twitter space, which we had the last one on Monday. We also tested new content in some of these events, like the town hall, which you guys will be seeing more of it because we are looking at things that will work for everybody. And yeah, that is all for the event circle. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Priscilla. All right, everyone who has a question for the event circle and for Priscilla.
Hey guys, yeah, amazing work there. I am curious about the numbers in the X spaces. Where are you going to release that, where we can check one an
Yes,
overview of what's there?
yes. So we have the recordings on X. If you go to Deepfunding's Twitter channel, you find all the recordings of all the X spaces we've had. For the metrics, we are now combining this month, and then we started later part of July, so we are combining all so that we'll let you guys see the improvements. We will come and present it on the town hall so that you guys will see how things are going and all the great stuff that comes with it.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, is there anyone else who has a question for Priscilla or the event circle? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Event Circle. And thank you to everyone who has been participating in our events. Again, thank you so much. We see you and we love you. We appreciate you very, very much. Okay, is another call to the IT Circle. Is Edwin present now? I can't really see from my screen.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Edwin. So you're buying us 1,500 pizzas and small money for not being here when we first called your name. Okay, but we might tamper, mercy with justice, have justice with mercy. How do they say it? Anywho, all right, everyone, Edwin from IT Circle. Over to you, Edwin.
Thank you. And sorry, it was just my internet, so pardon me. For that, let's just walk through August report. First off, kudos to ourselves. We now have activated a dev branch of the IT Circle, and their main focus for now is the AI for Peace website, together with the CMS, how to evolve that whole website into a whole big thing. So it's what do you call a landmark for us. Now we can take on more development in our circle. Moving on, we look at we've done a lot of what do you call it, enhancements in Mattermost and Open Project in terms of the creating of tags, and we have a new, I don't know if I don't want to move ahead, but we have the proofreading tax right now. Perhaps they can talk into detail on how they are going to handle their process. But we have that command there for you to be able to request for your document to be able to proofread in Mattermost. And we are looking at other commands that we can add to the Mattermost to streamline things as a whole. And we sort of look at the help desk in terms of IT support, the tooling and everything. So as you all know, we collaborated with the operation. I mean, it was their idea in the first place to have a live support, which happens on Fridays. I think it's around 10, so that we can give a live troubleshooting to every member. Right there, you have a solution right there live. And we've sort of increased our response time with regards to helping people at the spot. Scroll up, let's go up. Yeah, I mean, basically that's what we're up to. So yeah, any questions so far?
Thank you, Edwin. Questions, insights, comments. Okay, OJ, over to you.
Hi, good day, everyone. Please, I would like to ask real quick if there is a spot in the IT circle, because I'm seeing something on DevOps and I have DevOps, a little DevOps skill. So that's the question. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Normally, our recruitment process follows the Deepfunding recruitment structure. If there's a position, we just announce it to the whole community, and we go through vetting process. I mean, the normal regular stuff. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right then. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Ajay. Any other questions or comments for Edwin and IT Circle? Okay. All right then. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, IT Circle.
Thank you
And
too.
well done. Okay, third circle. Wow, we are going well. We're going at a good pace. Third circle, data analytics. Oscar as their coordinator and would be presenting for them. Oscar, are you ready?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, brilliant. Okay, over to you.
Okay, so we met with the review circle to perform a simulation voting. It's just a structure that I want to put in place to try and compare the three voting methods, which are pairwise, score, and also the quadratic voting. So after all is said and done, results will be collated, analysis will be performed on it, and also the reviewers will be made to choose which is their preferred voting method and the reasons as to why they chose that particular voting method. So after this, the next step will be to compare it with an AI system to see how the AI system also ranked the various proposals with the three voting methods. Yeah. The second point was we performed QA on new features on the website. So we saw its compatibility with different platforms, sorry. We logged bugs and also we worked closely with the WordPress team to ensure that these bugs were resolved. The community hub dashboards were also updated with real data. So I think with that one, it has been sorted. Thirdly, we reviewed the engagement results on the full social media channels, which is LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Telegram. So we saw which post worked, where the engagement was highest, where engagement was low, which social media was performing best, and which one wasn't, and the reasons why they weren't, or the reasons why they actually did perform better. So we wrote down some simple recommendations on the times that posting were effective. And also the marketing team has a content strategy. So together with the marketing team, we are putting together strategies in place to try and improve overall engagement on our social media platforms. And lastly, we collaborated with the review circle again to come up with an interactive dashboard that's able to track milestones and work, and also add simple thread views to see the number of hours logged in for a particular milestone, which milestones have been completed, which milestones haven't, which milestones have aged, and also which milestones, and also the number of people that have worked on different types of milestones. So with this particular dashboard, the review circle will present it to all of us for us to have a better insight on whatever it is that we collaborated on. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, thank you, Oscar, and well done to the review circle. Are there any questions for Oscar or any comments? Any? All right, Paulo, go ahead.
And the comment said, I'm happy we are with this collaboration, and I think it's soon we have this result to have all our data and what's happened inside the review circle for everyone, so we can see with more transparency. And thanks, Oscar, and all guys, Edwin, everyone is collaborating on this, Gustavo, Sad, good everyone. So I think we have the next step will be better. So this is a first interaction. We have a lot of points of contact, and I have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Paulo. Thank you, everyone from the review circle and everyone who has contributed to all of these great milestones. Well done, everybody. Okay. Moving on to the next circle, onboarding. Love is their coordinator. I'll be reporting for them today. Love, are you ready?
Hello, everyone. This is not Love. This is Arabella. I'm the one
Okay.
presenting onboarding circle report for August.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let's get started. Over the past month, we worked with the analytic circle to test the Deepfunding proposal platform with a few users. The text shows some problems like login code was not working, drafts being lost when we refresh the page, and inviters team members sometimes struggle to join. But there was a good news too. People liked the design and they said it was easy to use once they got started. The finding will help us to make the platform smoother and more reliable for everyone. We were also thinking about how to make new contributors feel welcome when they join a circle. To help with this, we suggested a new role called Circle Onboarder. This person will be a friendly face, new welcome, guiding them through what the circle does and how things work in the circle. The goal is to make the first step easy, convenience, and help them to get involved faster. Last but not the least, we finally explore a better way to bring new people into circles. Instead of just doing interviews, we want to give newcomers a chance for trying out small and simple tasks during their trial period. These tasks are meaningful but overwhelming, so people can learn whilst they are showing their skills. We are collecting examples such as tasks to help circles design trial period and practicals and engaging. In summary, this month we will focus on 3 things: involving the personal platform experience, creating a welcoming role to support a new contributors, and designing small trial texts to help people to start contributing with confidence and intelligence. All of this is to make Deepfunding easier and users to be more convenient and reliable for everyone. Thank you. As I said, I will make it quick and fast. So I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Arabella. Any questions for her? Any comments? Yes, Ian, please.
Yeah, thank you, Arabella. I was wondering, the circle on border role, is that a central role or is that something that you see being copied in every circle?
Hi, Jan. I think I can help with that. So, this role is more like, how do I put it? It's more like, should I say, a body in a circle, where if, for example, someone just came in and would like to know how the person's onboarding experience was, I think it's the onboarder in each circle that we would go to. And would also probably recommend what we've practiced that has worked, that we think they should actually implement as a suggestion, and they are the ones we'll go to for all these recruitment issues and the rest of it. And it's not actually a compulsory role, it's just a suggested role. So any circle that thinks it's actually valuable enough can pick it up and, elect someone.
All right, would be interested to learn what the circles think of this suggestion, if they will embrace it and how they will execute it.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Just to chip in, at the event circle, when Priscilla, apparently it was a guys team with just Ayo, Cardoso, and Mayo. So when Priscilla and I got onboarded, they set up mentors for us. So Ayo was mine and Mayo was Priscilla's, and we just had meetings that's between mentors and mentees that just helped explore what our roles were, expectations, and all of that. So in this case, do we then say one of the mentors becomes the circle onboarder, or because that already sounds like the system that works? Do one of the mentors just serve as the circle onboarder? So in future cases, every onboarded person, every new person is to be mentored by this circle onboarder, or is the circle onboarder just going to be the person who provides stats or resources for onboarding?
That's interesting. Actually, I think the person can do both, but in my opinion, I rather that be up to the mentee. You know, when we were onboarding Arabella and Vicky, yeah, we didn't have the person who was acting like an onboarder. The person who had to recruit them was Sucreen and Spice, but we got to find out that they were actually more comfortable with Tobias, so we paired them up with Tobias, whereas Sucreen and Spice was the onboarder. So you see that it actually depends on how you feel. We would definitely recommend someone and be like, okay, Sucreen and Spice is the current onboarder, but if you think you do not want her, you could always go for either Vanny, Love, or Tobias. So you see what I mean?
Okay. Okay, I think so. Ian, please.
Yeah, just some further thoughts on this. So
Ian, please, you're muted.
sorry, something went wrong there. I don't know what. So some different circles have very different requirements and different processes, etc. So it makes some sense that every circle onboards new member. I think that would be more or less obvious that if you have a new person entering your circle, that you help that person getting acquainted with your way of working and your processes, etc. Whether that would require a role, I'm not completely sure. Could also be a buddy, and it could be a different person every time, because everybody should be aware of all these processes and so on. And would be helpful if there would be some checklist, right? For if there is a new member that you're sure that this member went through all these things. And the other thought I'm having is, aren't there also thinking there are or not a question, there are also a lot of things that would be the same for every circle. Like, how do you work with open project? How do you work with Mattermost? How do you enter hours? Is there also a central function for that kind of onboarding, or do we expect also each circle to do that separately?
Well, onboarding circle has this. I don't know if it answered the question, but onboarding circle we have these documents that covers all these things. You know, we usually call it a checklist. We're
Okay.
actually thinking of sharing it. So we usually check it to see if a new member has been onboarded to this platform, how they are enjoying the experience here. We have the checklist. It's one of the things that we thought circle might actually want to practice. You know, just to, I don't know, maybe that's a way of you knowing if the person that came into your circle is actually onboarded, you know. But that's the only thing we have for now that we're practicing. Maybe if we share it, I don't know if circles would think it's useful to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm now thinking of what Rafael called single sign-on or something. That is also part of it, right? Single source of truth, that you have one. It maybe also ties into documentation, that you have one place where all the processes that everybody is exposed to are there. But then the question is, would that also require some personal guidance of people? Maybe maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea if somebody is guided by their own circle, but also centrally, so that it's not just circle centric, but that other person might also, give this new person some information about other circles and about other things work outside of that particular circle.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually something that we, the onboarding circle, do sometimes, because we kind of have this supply of information from other circles where I doubt any of us lack any information when it pertains to other circle, unless it's maybe internal things that they don't really tell us about. But if it's basic information or very helpful contacts and reaches, we do have access to that and we do help people out with that. So I think we kind of have that covered with all the documents and the rest of it.
Thank you. Just making suggestions here, and now I'm suddenly aware that I'm taking up way too much time here. But Fanny, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to add that, as Love says, we have got kind of checklists that we've developed alongside the other circles. But what we're also finding, I think, from what we're hearing from people, is that the process of onboarding somebody to all these circle program-wide things is an onboarding thing in itself. If you have to teach somebody, it makes you feel more solid in it yourself. And it is nice, I think, to have like a named mentor, like a buddy in your circle, as you suggested. So, yeah, we could just do it as, oh, here's a video, go and watch it. But I don't think that's the only criterion. And it just seems to build these networked situations. If one person teaches another person who then goes on to teach another person, obviously circles don't have to do it like that. And if they find it more effective to do it another way, that's great. But I think we're just kind of thinking through, if there was an onboarder role, how would it work and what would that person need from us in terms of support for what they need to cover. And of course, if it's a role, it doesn't necessarily have to be done by the same person all the time.
Yeah, I totally agree. The human aspect is very important here, and you can't convey all information by a document or a video. And having that human touch, human contact is important. And wouldn't mind if there would be indeed somebody in each circle, but also a central role of one or two people that anybody can come to, or that are assigned, and that will help people with some more global onboarding thing. Will be more important, maybe even more important when we have better decision-making processes and so on, which are also cross-circle, to get people acquainted with them and to tell them that their voice is important and that we want to motivate people to work on decision-making, all those things. Sorry, won't take up any more time. Seems like we're all aligned here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Vanny. Thank you, Love and Arabella. No more questions for onboarding circle. So moving on to marketing circle, Andrea is their coordinator and will be reporting for them as well. Andrea, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
All right, over to you.
Okay. So point one, we have helped with access spaces by designing banners and promoting them across social media and Mattermost channels. I think Events already mentioned it, but the last one was really successful and we are all happy about it. And especially Gael has been assisting them more than anyone in the team with aspects of the campaign and contributing to decision making. Second point, now Priscilla, and we already had a YouTube strategy a while ago, but we needed to adjust some things. And today Gael has helped with these adjustments. So Priscilla and Gael have developed a YouTube strategy to be implemented starting next month from September to January. And they are these strategies based on 3 pillars: consistency and predictability, content the diversification and optimization, community-driven engagement. And part of these 3 pillars are regular posting and established days. We will use the premiere option to build anticipation and create expectations. And we are thinking of including tutorials, interviews, and conversations, event recaps, and short form clips and YouTube shorts to keep the channel dynamic and varied. So to drive engagement, we will incorporate interactive calls to action, feedback loops, and cross-promotion across platforms. So it is important because YouTube needs like a special attention. It's completely different from the other platforms that we have, and that's the reason it has taken a long time, because we need to build a really important and interesting strategy to engage our followers and increase them. Point 3. So we have 3 challenges now. We've been the team. The reason of the creation of the content strategy team was to brainstorm constantly, and also having Oscar providing with data analytics every month. Is to find out how the audience is behaving, and what would be important for them to feel more part of the community, to engage better. And we are relaunching that now, the Finding the Word Challenge. It was developed and hosted by Robel on Telegram for 3 months. I think he reported the the metrics a while ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was really successful. It helped engaging the community. So we want to bring it back with some adjustments that we need to talk with the staff. And so we also have another challenge that has taken a lot of time, because it also had adjustments. It was developed by Abdul. So hopefully it will be launched soon on X Spaces. In addition to that, we're introducing a new challenge created by Kenichi. This is specifically to get the Mattermost active. I think we have over 1,000 followers there, and we want to create more engagement and more action in that channel. So currently we are reviewing this challenge, but soon it will take place. Okay. 4. Code of Conduct workshop. So this is a new initiative. We hosted, sorry, the first part of the workshop with all the members of the marketing circle to create a code of conduct. So we defined the core values that represent us, identified behaviors we want to encourage, and discussed how to address potential issues. The second part will be held soon, but it was a really nice activity, and it helped bringing the members closer together. The 5th point. So it was decided to create an internal newsletter to communicate decisions. Okay. And news to circle members. So Anna and Beatriz prepared a document to define which topics should be included in the internal newsletter and which should go to the external one. This document has been shared to the 3 marketing circles, which are events, developer outreach, and marketing. As a result, all of them provided input on the processes marketing should follow to gather this information. So it has been really helpful, And we are currently developing more these two documents. Point 6, marketing internal workflow. Okay, so we Oscar helped developing a survey for the marketing circles to assess their perception of the recent adjustments in processes and workflow over the past 6 months. So the result was using a content calendar has helped with task organization, while new content strategy team structure and weekly calls have improved coordination and kept everyone updated. Team members have also grown more confident in their roles as communication and collaboration have increased. Regarding task distribution, we found that allowing each member to initially select 2 tasks, that was that was a suggestion from Abdul, and waiting 24 hours before choosing additional ones gave members in different time zones a fair opportunity to participate. And so finally, collective and transparent decision-making conducted anonymously and unanimously, on important matters has proven to be an effective approach. This is the results of the survey. So we can continue. Okay, so for the Blue Sky platform, so an anonymous survey was conducted within the content strategy team to decide whether to add Blue Sky to our current social media platforms. The results showed 5 out of 6 in favor, so we will implement the same strategy we currently use for X, at least for now, until we gain a better understanding on how the platforms performs. Point 8. Sorry about that. So Lucas and Abdul prepared a list of voiceover featuring African, Latin American, Australian, British, European, and American accents. For this list, 3 voices from 3 different countries will be selected to be incorporated in every YouTube video. So I will invite you all to vote if you wish. The form is already on the all circles. And the last point that I didn't include here is that we now have 2 new coordinators. So here is Gael and Abdul. So welcome and congratulations. They have been helping a lot for the past months, and they deserve to be in the coordination because they provide with really good insights. Yeah, welcome everyone, and it's great having them. I'm really happy and really grateful for having them as coordinators. Sorry. So all of these are the points. Some of them were developed a while ago, but I just didn't add them to the report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Andrea, and well done to Marketing Circle. Welcome, Gael and Abdul. Well, not fresh welcome, but like welcome to the coordinator position now. Whoop whoop. Jan, please ask your question.
I have 2 questions. First one is really small, just curious. I haven't been to these X-Space, what do you call that? Meetups. How successful was it? How many people joined there?
Okay, I think I'm in the best position to answer that. Our first one, we had 105 live listeners.
Really?
But we had some glitches, so there was no replay for the first one. The second, we had about 56 or 7. I think it's 56 listeners. The third, 71 so far. So
Okay, so people can listen live, but they can also listen to the
replay,
recording
yes.
later, and then you will still that will still be counted.
Yes, so we capture as the space ends, we capture the live listeners we have, And then post-event, we have a post-event check as well for the replay. So the total at the time of checking for post-event, we just subtract from the live that we had. So for instance, the space we had on Monday with Haley, we had 41 live listeners. And as of this morning, before Event Circle team meeting, we had about 71 live listeners in total. So we've had 30 replay listeners so far. And for impressions, we've had in total since we
Yeah,
started.
don't go to all the details. I was just curious about just a rough idea. Let's not use this
Okay.
meeting for a detailed, but yeah, above expectations, I would say. So that's really good. Nice to hear. And
Thank
my
you.
other question is a little bit related to this, but also to some other things. You're talking about YouTube strategy, and I wonder, do you have one YouTube channel, or do you have or are planning to have multiple YouTube channels?
Well, we only have one YouTube channel, and that's the one we are planning to keep. But yeah, Gael, go ahead.
No, you said it. You said it. That's the answer. So the plan is to grow the current channel as much as possible. And if the need for another channel arises, then we will explore it.
Well, I'm asking this for two reasons. One thing is that I heard you can have five very popular videos, but then if the sixth is not listened at all and not clicked or not forwarded or shared or whatever, then that will have a very bad influence on the five that are good and on your channel in general. So what I suggested before is that you have one channel just for the commodity, for the town hall recordings and that kind of thing, long recordings that we don't necessarily expect to be very popular, but there's still a good reason to publish them. But then for the things that you think that really trigger engagement, that will make people share the clips and like them, etc., have a separate channel, because then it will be much easier to grow that channel in popularity. So that's one observation. And the other way of looking at this, we have a new CMO on SingularityNet and ASI as well, David Taylor. And he started with 3 target audiences. I believe it was builders, R&D researchers, AI R&D researchers, and investors. That we will have different audiences. But what he's doing, he actually has different LinkedIn profiles for them and different X channels. At least that's how I understood it. I didn't really look into it. But every audience gets targeted information, because an R&D person is really not interested in investment. And a builder sometimes doesn't need all the very deep R&D stuff. And I think for our audiences, it's the same. Some people will really be interested in funding opportunities and some in other opportunities. So yeah, I can imagine channels, not just on YouTube, but also on other areas, really dedicated to these target audiences. But also, in particular, in YouTube, have a channel for just regular needed content and the things that would be really popular. Sorry, 2 hands.
Actually, we found out that in some people go to the YouTube channel to only watch the town halls and open all hands. So because I mentioned this because usually longer videos are the ones that mess up the channel because sometimes it's like the boring stuff, right? And usually people look for shorts, which are the shorter clips. But it was interesting to learn that. That's one thing, and the other thing is we know that our target audiences are in different platforms. So the strategy here is to have a different tone for the different platforms, probably not having many LinkedIn's or X accounts, but just changing the announcement, changing the tone for our target audience. We are also researching other platforms to learn where our target audiences are. For example, the recent research Abdul conducted about Blue Sky told us that there are many developers in Blue Sky. So that's the reason we all agreed on
Cool.
Yes, because it's a good opportunity to grow. It's a good opportunity to build up and to reach out to more developers. And we're also probably thinking of having Discord and Reddit. But for now, the strategies that we have had us really busy. So we're going little by little, step by step, but hopefully we can find better outcomes. Guy.
Wow, yeah, impressive. I really like the idea that you're talking about target audience and not, I think we are too often thinking about our current audience, but that's a different thing. So I really like that forward-looking thing. Yeah, and if you want to do all of that, different channels, different target audience, different tone of voice, different, yeah, it multiplies, right? And yeah, then there's a balance about how much effort and how much value you will get out of it. But great to hear that you're working on that so consciously. Yeah, great. Gail, you also had something?
Well, I was just going to say what Andrea said, but about the YouTube strategy, us having multiple channels, the reason why we didn't go for that just yet is because of the bandwidth. We might not have the capacity, workmanship wise, to take on that right now. So we want to gradually grow towards that. Now, the plan there is, like Andrea said, to have the long form content sort of interest the people who already know Deepfunding, but then begin to target the other personas, sort of like the ideators with the short form content, so that the short form content can serve as a bridge between the community that doesn't know Deepfunding, right, and the community that does know Deepfunding, so that we can go hook those people and bring them in, right? So point well taken on splitting the YouTube channel, but we are implementing that with the other social media platforms. On Telegram, we intend to have that persona-based approach where not just throughout the content, but throughout the different challenges that we create, target the different personas. So yeah.
Thank you. It sounds like it's all in very good hands. Very good to hear that.
All right, Rama, okay, I think you could go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry, I just want to make sure.
Yes, now, yes.
Okay, wonderful. I heard Blue Sky, and I just wanted to give a bit of word of caution. Careful with Blue Sky developers. Blue Sky is a platform that is very closed. It's a closed ecosystem platform that basically the developers are very niche, because once they know how to build within that environment, it is hard for them to build elsewhere. And therefore, when they get into a different environment, they tend to bring that environment with them, right? So careful as you reach out to Blue Sky developers. Just wanted to give that word of caution.
Okay, thank you, Rama.
Thank you,
Thank
Rama.
you to the rest of Marketing Circle. So we're halfway, and this is supposed to wrap up soon, but let's just, keep going. BizDev Work Group, Judith is their coordinator and will be presenting for them. Judith, are you ready?
Hi, everyone. In August, our main challenge was to onboard new members to the Business Development Circle. So we conducted a lot of interviews. We went through all the applications And I'm happy to report that we have so far 3 new members that we're going to be onboarding, plus there's a few more interviews coming up, which also means that we have officially evolved from a work group to a circle. So we have a new circle in Deepfunding, and with the new members, with so far 3 new members and potentially 4 or 5 new members, we'll be able to scale our operations quite a bit and reach out to lots and lots more partners. Another thing that was our main focus was the ongoing partnership discussions. We are exploring opportunities with those partners. At the end of July, we reached out to quite a lot of the potential partners that we met at AI for Good. Now, unfortunately, currently it's August. A lot of the offices are closed. A lot of them are on vacation. I'm getting a whole bunch of out of office emails. So that has been a little bit slow, to be honest, but I'm sure that starting September, the conversations will pick up. Yeah, that was our main focus. We had Rama working on the AI for Peace website, and he made incredible progress. But I believe that update may be better suited for the product. I'm not sure. Do we have the product update in this call as well, Miriam? We don't.
I'm not sure. I think
it.
this is just going to be strictly retrospective. Perhaps in the next town hall or open all hands.
Rama, do you want to give a super quick update on the AI for Peace website development?
Yeah, well, you are
Which is
my
mainly for
coordinator, so if
partners.
you're my coordinator, so if you tell me to do it, I'll do it. I got you.
Do it.
All right, let's do it. So we 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 are really close to delivering the AI for Peace website. It is fully done at this point. It is in QA. It gives us the opportunity to create a CMS that we are evolving into the ideation CMS, basically a content management system. But the front end is fully solid. You can already interact with it by going to AI4Peace.ai. So it's AI for the number 4 P.ai. When you get there, we'll ask you to look at two things. The first one is we have an idea checker. This is where you can just put a general idea, and then it'll look at ideas within our database, and then it'll verify those ideas to see if there's similarities, if it's a valid idea, and then it will give you a recommendation. If it's a very good idea, it'll tell you we recommend that you explore that idea even further by going to the website and putting the idea into the website. On the same platform, you're able to follow ideas. So if you see an idea that you like, you can follow that idea so you can see what's happening with that idea. Any ideation challenge that is related to AI for Peace will live on that website. But any idea in general and any ideation challenge would reside on our ideation, on our deep ideation website, which is a website that's coming up. We are currently in development with that website. So a couple of things that are happening within the biz dev and the product team currently. Back to you, Judith. I hope I did an excellent job.
Yeah.
You did amazing. Thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you, Rama. Thank you, Judith. Are there any questions for BizDev? And yeah, welcome to the new members, Christian, Alfred, and Gilvania. Welcome, and well done, guys. Okay, Priscilla, your hand is raised. Please go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask, so when can we start using the AI for Peace website? And also, can we have like a demo session on the town hall?
Yes, and yes, and yes. You can start using it immediately. It is available. You can start using it immediately. And yes, we can have a demo session on the town hall.
Thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you,
The
Rama.
CMS is now ready because we're working with the CMS, the content management system. We are working with the CRISP and the review circle to validate a lot of the things that we did there. So that's going to come a bit later, but the front end is really ready already.
All right then. Thank you, Rama. Jan, do you have a different question?
Yeah, I was just curious. I missed this, Judith, but who is the second coordinator of our circle or the BizDev circle?
I did not say we have a second coordinator. Did I say that?
No, but if we have a circle, I
No,
thought
you
the
didn't.
rule was we need to have two coordinators. So
Who says it's the rule?
It's just a
our
work group.
chief operations boss
Rafa,
in chief.
Rafa in chief, guide us here.
Well, right now we don't have a second coordinator, and that is that. One day we probably will have one, but I have to get to know the new members. Or either Jan or Rama is gonna have to step up as second coordinator. So have fun with that. Well, there you go. So, or I
can
can
go
just
as the
I
onboarding.
can randomly appoint someone if you want, and we'll see how it goes.
You
I
can
mean,
go as the onboarding, and everybody is the coordinator. So
I'll leave
love
that
it.
between Judith and Rafael, and I won't come in between.
all right.
On the product presentation, I think I asked it somewhere, maybe on the channel, maybe somewhere else, that this would probably be a good idea to also have some regular product updates. And what I remember from it is that people weren't too enthusiastic to have it in this meeting because this is already pretty packed. But I'm open to think a little bit about how we could do that. Maybe it would be good to have it maybe quarterly or something, or every 2 months, have a dedicated product meeting. And then the question is, should it be internal or external? I'm also not sure. Many products would also be good to showcase in a town hall, of course. Maybe we can have once a quarter a town hall dedicated to Deepfunding products. I don't know. Let's brainstorm a little bit.
I think that's a great idea, yeah. I think we should do it. There's a lot of
Right,
things coming out
well,
of product.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's decided then.
Okay, so BizDev, get a new coordinator. So Jan will feel relieved, and let's work on new
It's not
product
me. It's not me.
orientation.
I'm relieved anyway. It's Rafael who needs relief here. It's
Okay.
Rafael's rule, and I take that very seriously. So that's why I'm asking about it.
Okay. So let's make Rafael happy, guys. Please get a second coordinator. All right, but well done, everyone, and hopefully September will be a very much successful month as regarding reaching more partners and getting more positive responses. Okay, thank you, Judith. Next, Operation Circle. Their coordinators are okay, yeah, Maya and Ayo. They're the coordinators of Operation Circle, who I think Maya is
Yeah,
presenting.
that would be me. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Over to you.
The first thing that we did during the month of August, we completed the signing of all BGI contracts. So last month we actually said that the contract has been sent. So this month then we had to start following up them, and yeah, we completed signing of all contracts. So we continued we brought up the initiative of open support calls on Fridays by 10 a.m. UTC. If you have any issues that you feel like going through DMs or my DMs or IO DMs or operation support is not doing the work enough, or even IT support is not doing justice to the issues enough, you can just hop up this call, completely optional, and we will tackle it live, like as we are speaking. We just tackle your whatever issue you have. We are one of us in the circle, Ugochi, she responsible for community portal and the rest. She was able to finish up our social share feature. So you can now share, like just share from Telegram or blogs directly to LinkedIn and Telegram and all those kind of stuff. So now you have also integrated our portal with X. So from Deepfunding portal, you can just share whatever article you have written there straight to this social media platform, be it Telegram, LinkedIn, or Twitter as well. And another thing before the share, I think I missed something. Coordinators can now publish news and article directly on the community portal front end. I guess this is something we need to push, especially if you were in the call that Jan presented as well. I think yesterday call. He actually talked about publishing too as well. So I don't know if this clashes with whatever the community portal is going to be, what we are going to be publishing on the community portal, or maybe we are going to be merging it. But yeah, circle coordinators can now talk about whatever they've done. They can publish news, they can publish articles, especially for the marketing circle. If you have any article or news that you want to publish, yeah, it can be done via the front end of the community website. And yeah, we were able to do our to reintroduce, because it was there before. So now we have reintroduced awarded team call, and we hosted the first reintroductory call on Monday. So for context, this call is a call for just awarded team members. We plan on bringing together awarded team members, making them head, tackling their problems, be it support, just like we do with the circles, or if they have any room for collaborations and all those kinds of stuff. So yeah, this is the kind of call that we are going to be doing every month. It's going to be a monthly call. So yeah, this is the 5 initiatives we have taken on this month for operations, and then other stuff like regular support of all circles and the rest. And yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, and well done to the Operation Circle. Jan, please ask your question.
Yeah, I will be really annoying this meeting. So I'm really making an effort here. Yeah, I was wondering about that awarded team call, how that is going. You're saying you're having it every month. But is it adopted? Do people like it? Are they coming back? Are you able to answer a lot of questions that people have? How does it work?
The last one, which is the first reintroductory, was a very fruitful one. We had about 10 people in that call or more. I think 10 aside myself and Rafael and Ayo. Yeah, so with 70 plus teams, that looks like a small number. But then I guess since it's the first one, we would look for ways to reach out to them and ask them if that time is not convenient enough, and maybe fix a better time, something like that.
Yeah. I thought there were already a few being held before, but maybe just thinking about it right now, it would be good to have the main findings or the main decisions or QAs or whatever in the awarded teams channel, so that people have some awareness that this meeting had been held and what kind of things had been discussed, so they become curious and maybe want to join the next one as well. Just a tip.
Yeah. Thank you for the advice or the idea. Yeah.
Yeah. No, indeed, it's a good way of making awareness around it. But we shouldn't be too open and explain everything that happened in minutia, because otherwise people, I'm not joined because I can get the report later. But yeah, to make the topics right that were discussed and put there would be nice for them to understand what's going on and next time jump in. Yeah.
Yeah, make it a teaser. We had such a beautiful, interesting conversation on with very deep insights, and we'll change everything and not say what it was. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jan.
Yeah, so I think that's Ayo is clarifying something on the comment. And I think that that needs to be clarified as well, because for me, I understood that as a support call. So I only thought I should only go there when I need support. So probably, is it the name that needs to change or something? Or I don't know, but I've never had a need to come there because I just felt like, okay, it's only when I have problem that I have to jump in there. So maybe there is more, and probably the I'm seeing Abdul thumbing up. That means we are both in the same shoe here.
Can I speak to that?
Yes, please.
Just briefly. All right. Thank you. So we have an open support call on Friday, and usually payments will go out on Thursdays, and payment goes out to everyone, right? And then we also have our other teams members on Mattermost. So it means that on Friday we can actually tackle support issues for anyone, really, right? Because that open support call is actually really open support call, and it's just not myself on Mayor. There's Rojo, and then there's also Edwin in that call. However, we're speaking right now to the awarded teams call. Now, this awarded teams call is for awarded teams. Now, when these calls happen, we do not dictate or decide what happens there, right? We're there. So it's possible that people want to discuss support issues. It's possible that people want to collaborate. It's possible that people want to mention, I don't know, because for us, it's more about the platform or the forum. It's not about dictating what awarded teams do there. We are trying to build the culture of having awarded teams interact more, collaborate more, discuss more. Just have a platform where they can discuss, even profiles, updates or solutions or suggestions to the community. So that's what it's about. Ubi, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, I'm commenting on the comment. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
All right, thank you.
Okay, then
Yes.
any other questions for Operation Circle or comments? Okay, all right. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Ayo, for sharing, and well done to the Operation Circle. Moving on, I think this is the newest circle in the block. Documentation circle. Okay, no, BizDev is the newest now. Anthony is their coordinator and would be presenting for them. Anthony, are you on the call?
Hello, everybody. Anthony is not here.
Okay.
I'll be
All right,
presenting.
Cyprian, no problem.
Yeah. So in the month of August, we had a few challenges, and as well as you guys know, we've become a circle, and also we also have a new initiative. So I'll just get right into it. Yeah, so the first one was a challenge. We had drafting MK Docs automation requirements. So the circle decided to develop our own requirement documents for the Google Docs to MK Docs automation system. And what we are doing is to ensure that this automation fits our own workflows before we scale it across other circles. We noted a few issues about metadata and tagging, also for circle-specific ownership of documentation and stuff like that. So we are drafting this, and next month we'll be doing more on that. The next one was the single source of truth and maintenance cycles. So after we got the document from Rafael about knowledge management and SOT framework, we discussed how we could have a decentralized approach and still maintain life cycles for other documents. But we are faced with the challenge of who decides when a document is obsolete and how do we track updates to these documents. So we are considering having a maintenance calendar and to see how we can systemize review cycles across the Deepfunding cycles. So what this means is that we are just trying to see how we can have a maintenance calendar in the sense that we have people assigned to this documentation for each circle to just check if there are updates and all of that. So, but we are still going to work on that, which is just a challenge that we are facing right now. The next one is our documentation for our onboarding guide. The onboarding circle had reached out to us to create an onboarding guide for our document, for our circle rather, and we worked on it and we'll soon release it to the community. This document is just for people who come into our circle to understand the rules, the tools, the workflows, how everything works in our circle. And then, of course, the proofreading initiative, which we began last month. So right now, they're going to be having the first meeting, and this proofreading team is just support all the circles with editing requests to their articles or anything that requires documentation. And we've also created a command, which is the /proofread, which has been set up for anyone to request a proofreading or editing task from anywhere on the Mattermost channel. So whenever you have any editing tasks for the proofreading team, you just put on that command and we'll have that task sent directly to us. But we are still going to be doing more on it next month. So we expect to hear more about this next month. Then finally, in the circle, we experimented with improvements to the internal initiatives tracker, which we have developed to help us to follow up on things that we are doing. So this is just something we do internally. We have a tracker that helps us to maintain and see our action points and just keep us on the flow. This is also to help members to know where we are currently in what we decided to do and how we're going to do and the next steps that we need to follow. So this is what we've been able to do for this month and more to come next month. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sakrina. Thank you, Documentation Circle. Do we have any questions for her and for them? Questions. Or comments or insights? Do we have anybody? Going once, going twice? Okay, then. Thank you all. All right, moving on to the next circle, Dev Outreach Circle. And Ubio is their coordinator and would be presenting for them. Ubio, over to you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so this is our retrospective for August. We are preparing to host in-person hackathons like we discussed last month. The update is that we are trying to do that in both India and also one in Africa. Nigeria, we narrowed it down to. To support this initiative, we are onboarding new members to strengthen the team. So we are currently looking at onboarding 2 persons, but we decided to go for Beatrice from the marketing circle. I don't know if Beatrice is here on the call, and we are still taking the interviews to come to a conclusion for one more person from the technical side to join the team. So if Beatrice is here, maybe at the end of it, just introduce herself. She's already in the marketing team. We felt she has the expertise and experience. We're looking for most of the people we had interviews with somehow did not match our expectation. So we decided to go with someone internal. So the goal is to expand our reach, engage local developer communities, and create meaningful opportunities for collaboration. These hackathons will also serve as a way to test and showcase the impact of our decentralized AI while fostering talent in diverse regions. Number 2, campus tour. We are having a campus tour. Each member so what we are doing is we are visiting universities in our respective countries to present deep funding opportunities to their students and attract more developers to the deep funding community, as well as different programs and initiatives that we offer both to the student and to the lecturers as RFPs and just different sets, right? Currently, we've done a pitch that is being prepared so that every member can clearly and consistently explain the mission and opportunities in the universities. To add to this, also we are adopting the model that was used in the AI for Good summit. So we spoke with the team, the IT team, and the product team. Sorry, they've been able to develop a landing page for us that we're going to be using specifically for the purpose of outreaching in these campuses. So I think as of yesterday, we got the landing page ready. And so the essence is it's also connected to a database where we can actually see exactly the numbers of developers we are onboarding in each of these places we are going to. So yeah, that was us adopting the strategy from AI for Good, and we're trying to also use it in our own onboarding experience. So the next thing is the onboarding team is currently 70% ready to onboard all the people we got from the AI for Good, AI for Peace hackathon. Just to announce again, I think as of when this was prepared, we didn't get that. We've already had one solution from the hackathon already onboarded to the marketplace, the refugee helper service. So what this model was meant to do is actually to the refugee help. It gives you information as a refugee on core things you need to know, what you need to do, where any kind of help that you need. You just need to talk to this particular AI, and it will give you all the direction that you need as a refugee. So we've actually onboarded that service to the marketplace. Hopefully they will come to the town hall next week to actually present their product and show the community how to utilize their product, and hopefully they will be among the solutions we will actually select to push to the labs, as I already discussed with Rama. But it's actually fascinating to know that, okay, we already have solutions from the hackathon already in the marketplace, and most of them are close to getting ready to get onboarded. I think by our expectation, by this weekend, all the 4 to 5 solutions should be already in the marketplace as by end of this week. So we appreciate everyone's effort so far, and we look forward to completing the process successfully. Yeah, these are some quick updates. That we want to give to the community.
Okay, thank you, Ubio, and thank you, Dev Outreach Circle, and a very big well done to you all. Yan, yes, we missed you for a second, but please go ahead, ask your question.
I didn't want to disappoint you. One quick remark on the marketplace. The marketplace has transitioned from AGIX to FAT, and that requires updates to all the services. So the developer outreach team also mentioned they want to help with that and reach out to previous teams from Deepfunding and give them some assistance there. So thank you for that, Ubio, and that will probably take a little bit of time to fully materialize. But just in case you're going there and you're thinking, why aren't there any more services? On that number of services, by the way, I'm also thinking of launching a kind of open-ended RFP or something, maybe in 1 or 2 months, to reward people who just want to onboard an existing service on the platform. And it could be an ongoing thing. And it might also tie into the onboarders that Ubio, developer outreach team, are training, so they could get a reward themselves by bringing ideas, or maybe somebody else brings in ideas, and then they work together with these people. We can figure out how that will work exactly. And another question that popped in my mind when you were presenting it here, Ubio, you're thinking of having these 2 hackathons, one in India and one in Africa. And I was just wondering, will they be completely separate hackathons, for instance, on different dates? Or will you somehow try to merge them, have them at the same date, but just at different locations?
No, they're going to be distinct. The last one we did together was a lot. So I don't think we want to try that, especially being that we want to try the physical one. So it's gonna be distinct, and but they will actually have the same theme, right? So we there are some very good themes we are actually exploring, right? So we will announce it by our next by the next update. But yeah, it will have the same theme, but we are going to have it different dates.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe at some point would be cool to have two locations working on the same hackathon, and we can make that a thing or something. But you already have plans in that direction. I'm thinking right now in Africa, but let's not go there right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Great work. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
then. Thank you, Uvio, and thank you, Yan. Looking forward to the hackathon. And yay, I'm in Nigeria. I'll be there. We win this time. Okay, all right. So moving on to the review circle. The last circle to present today. Whoop whoop, we're almost on time. And their coordinators are Paulo and Assad. So who would be presenting Paulo? You, or would it be Assad?
Sad can start, Sad, please. Because it's...
Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Slate, is that you?
Yeah. Can you
All
hear me?
right. Yes, please go ahead.
All right. Let me open my camera. Okay. Okay. So I see point number one, review circle analytics dashboard. Okay. So we are having this collaboration with analytics, and we also have some members from review circle who have expertise in analysis, who are working alongside them to create this dashboard with the milestone information as Oscar stated. And I think there should be a link for that over there somewhere. Yep. And yeah, so in that, we are basically, what we are covering is we are checking for like what's the standard time that reviewers take to review a milestone, or because there have been questions like what's the average time that it takes for a review circle to process a milestone, and what's the time spent by review circle members or reviewers to go through these milestones and stuff. So we have our initial dashboard, though we are still making some changes to it and refining the data. And so that will be our to-do list. And right now we only have the open projects data, but we are gonna move forward with the GitHub data, and also we are gonna be implementing NLP to see like what was the reason or what's the basis used by reviewers for rejecting milestones or accepting them. So that's point title number one. Then we have a title number two. I see Rama, if you have a question, yeah.
Am I allowed to ask it now, or should we wait till the end?
I don't know if.
How about you wait until the end, so we could take all at once.
Sounds
Is that
good.
fine? Please, thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, Slade.
Yeah, Paulo.
Yeah, just send the link if you want to share it.
Okay.
Maybe the document's not working.
Do you want to share your screen instead, or?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So since this is the last one, let me stop screen share.
I need access.
Yes, granting you access now. You should have it already.
Send in the chat, Sad. Everyone
Yeah,
can.
I got it. Oh.
All right, so you're co-host, so you should be able to share.
All right. Yeah, so we have the data right here, which shows overview and aging. So overview is basically which gives you like complete idea of how much milestones we receive, how much time we spent, and how much approved and rejected milestones there are each month. And aging is more like how much like tasks are in the funnel, and how much reviews are on hold, pending, or in progress. So these are that, though there's still some data issue in here, so it might not present everything properly, but yeah, it's being worked on in the aging section especially. And the milestones is this one. So it shows this type of data.
These present dates don't represent the reality, but by this moment, we are trying to have all machine working on. So
Yeah.
we take the data, then we work analytics. Now we working on intelligence on this data. It's say how can we extract good features and important information for community and for the circle. So this is the first.
Yeah. So it's an initial design, and we're still working on refining it. And then in the second one, I think the second on the list is review circle, information dashboard. So we have created a dashboard for, you can see the report, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we have created a dashboard for Review Circle, just for internal communication and the internal resources we have inside of Review Circle. And our special teams formation will go through this as well. So I'll share the dashboard, which is this one. Okay, let me log in. Okay. So this is the front page. And now if I log in, I'm logging in as an admin, so we can see all the functionalities. And this is our front page. We have a list of categories that we can go through in the dashboard. Once the announcement, if coordinator wants to make an announcement in regards to anything, for example, an upcoming round or RFPs and or even a special team, then reviewers can check them out right over here and go through these announcements. We have upcoming tags, we have live tags, we also have archive tags, which won't show up over here whenever our coordinator is going through to make these announcements. There's a management panel as well, but we'll go through that in the admin management panel. Then we have a requirement document section. In this, we used to have the special team created by coordinators. So as mentioned in our previous report, that we want to decentralize it and let the reviewers make these proposals themselves. So they can come into this portal and click this show form. They can submit their idea and click on this submit proposal button right over here. Select their team size, project category, and also what amount they require to execute this project. Then I'll go through this section again because it's related to vote for proposals. So if we go to vote proposals, over here we have whenever a proposal gets submitted, it basically shows up over here. So each reviewer can see other colleagues' proposal and they can upvote it, downvote it, and check like what they have proposed so far. So we have been testing it. We also have a timers related to it, and we also have these expired proposals. So when our voting is ended, so they will show up something like this. And you can see their net score and the upvotes and downvotes right over here. And then we have this resources section. Over here, each reviewer and coordinator can access all the data related to Review Circle. We have GitHub, open projects, milestone review structure, project follow-up tracker sheets, and the onboarding guide. We also have other stuff that's going to be added by the coordinators once they get access to this and it runs more fluently. Then we have process documentation. So over here, all the related documentation in regards to any sort of process that we follow on timely basis will be posted right over here. That could be payments, that could be bonus allocations, and other stuff like that. Then over here, we have two sections over here. One is for reviewers, which is this one, submit a support ticket. And on the left side, we have a start chat. So support ticket, if a reviewer has an issue and he wants to make it like more important or send that directly to a coordinator through its mail. So they can fill in these details and select the category of the issue and just send the message directly to the coordinator's mail. And it will be sent directly to the coordinator, all of them. And then on the left side, we have this start chat button. So this is still a functionality that we are working on. And this functionality will be toggled with the audit teams. So we have had these issues, how like when a milestone is rejected or accepted, maybe the audit teams want some clarity on their milestone, like what the reviewer wants or what's their take on their milestone. So we usually don't want them to see the reviewer's name or their information, and we want to anonymize it. So this will be the button which coordinators will connect the awarded teams with the reviewers, and then they can proceed forward with it. I'll show you how it works when we go to the admin management. So
Okay, Slade, could we pause for a minute and then take the questions? Rama and then Rafael Presa.
That's just the last part, so I'll just admin management.
Okay. All right, then I finish up then. Thank you.
Okay. So in the admin management, we have 4 sections. We can manage all the announcements. Like we click on it, we have all the CRUD operations show up right over here. Create, read, delete, and update. And then if we go to the awarded teams connect, this is the one that's still being worked on, but awarded teams data will show up right over here. The reviewers data will show up right over here. And then over here, the coordinators will come in, create an assignment. They'll add the reviewers and the awarded teams, and then create an assignment. When that assignment will be created, a link will be created that will be sent to the awarded teams and reviewers so they can connect and talk in that channel. So that's this one. And yeah, it's all right now, it's all connected to Google Sheets. So this is the sheet that we have. Just for easy usages, we have at start we are using Google Sheets, but later we'll shift to databases. And over here we can check everything out with voting settings, to votes, to awarded teams details, which is not yet added, to team reviewers assignments, and everything else. Also, the chat messages get stored here in TXT format. And yeah, now we can take questions.
A flat disclaimer, we create this only for the internal management. It's not for the research. So it's only we're using because we have a lot of initiative, a lot of people work at the same time. We're 3 coordinators working the same thing. So today I count, I have like 40 channels on Mattermost. So it's impossible to read and have everything updated. So we try to concentrate information at the same place. So voila. Okay, questions.
Okay then, thank you, Paulo, and thank you, Slate. Rama, you first, then Presa can go, and then Yan.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I love the dashboard. Really tremendous work. Love it. My question is about the first dashboard that you mentioned, which is the milestone dashboard that's in the works with the analytics team. I was wondering if that this is a suggestion, not a question really. If that can be built in consortium with the product team, and the simple reason being that I mean, I believe that there's a need for that, and because there's a need for that, it will be great if it's not something that's built and left within the review circle, but rather something that's basically connected to the platform, so that it can be viewed by the awarded teams themselves, and they can interact with. So I was wondering if there's plans for that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of our to-do lists, to actually share this data with the awarded teams. And thanks a lot, Rama.
No, I'm not talking about sharing it with the awarded teams. Sharing it with the awarded team, I think, is interesting, but I think you should build it in consortium with the product team. That's my recommendation anyway. And the reason why I say that is, let's say you're building it if you're building it with a Looker dashboard, it's a Looker dashboard, for example, it's just an API call that they can plug onto an endpoint on the platform, and that can pull all that data, and boom, the dashboard is visible to them. But if it's not, and it's a different text, then building a consortium with them would allow them, is that what should, so that they can give recommendation of the fund that can, so that the teams are not having to go to basically come to you for that dashboard while they have other things on the portal side. All of it should live on the portal side to make it easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless
then.
we
Thank you, Rama. Thank you, Paulo. Presa,
Yeah,
let's see
thank you,
you.
Mariam. Guys, impressive work. A lot of things done here in order to manage your internal operations. That's interesting. I guess Rama already answered my question if all of these were aligned with the product team, especially Roho, which is developing our background solution, right? And yeah, apparently it's not necessarily the case, especially the integration with APIs, webhooks, or whatever. I saw some points here. For instance, simple stuff like the contact details and of members. Otherwise, if it's not, otherwise you are going to have two work, right? Double work. You are going to have to update here, and you are going to have to update our official or main solution for this management. And this is exactly that single source of truth that we have been discussing before. This can bring issues with information being generated in two places. I also saw somewhere an email, review circle, I guess, .com or something. I'm not sure if just a placeholder or if you guys indeed contracted that. Yeah. Support at reviewcircle.com.
That's dummy data.
Dummy data? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we do have with the IT circle the possibility of
Yeah.
getting something like this, right? So also important to be aligned in that sense. But in general, yes, it's a good solution because I know how hard it can be to manage the review circle and everything that happens there. But it's important also to be aligned with the overall framework of the organization itself, right? So let's take some time to put things in alignment with what we are building and what we have, right? But thank you for doing this work.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you, Rafael, and thank you, Slate and Paulo. Jan, over to you.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should put my hand up because I was already thinking there would be some overlap in my comments in that from the others. But just wondering, guys, how long have you been working on this?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
And
I
one
thought it
developer.
would be 3 months or something at least. So wow. Yeah, I need to be honest, I need some time to absorb this because there's so much and you're racing through it, and I would really like to see it in a little bit more depth and spend half an hour or an hour just on this, or give me a document or give me a link so I can go through it myself. So yeah, I also have, like the others, I think, a little bit, how do you say that in English? Double-sided feelings about this. On one hand, it's really impressive. I like this page particularly because the support and the service-oriented nature that comes out of this, I love it. That's really great. That's really wonderful. At the same time, I'm feeling a little bit conflicted because we are now, this week, we launched the new operations portal, which has a role-based logged in. It's also for team members and for team leads, where they can see their milestones and their payments and so on. So I'm also a little bit afraid that we are creating confusion for teams, where we both have the intent to make it easier. But yeah, if we're doing things in parallel without coordination, we might confuse them. So, well, I'm really amazed that you did this in 2 weeks, really, really. But let's schedule a call about this and have Roho there and Rafa, of course, and maybe some other people. And then let's go through it and see where it overlaps with the operations portal and how we can best treat this. So Yeah, I love it when a circle is independent and take initiatives and do things, etc. But there's also the coordination part, and yeah, let's take care of that as well. One question that I have around is that popped in my face is the word proposals and voting on proposals was mentioned. Can you tell me what kind of proposals you're talking about? Who will propose and about what will people propose?
Yeah. Okay, so we created these special teams inside of Review Circle, which carry out certain activities inside of Review Circle. For example, project follow-up, we had this onboarding guide creation, and we also have this other things like analytics teams. So we create these teams by coordinator support. So coordinator set up everything, and they just add reviewers with expertise inside a group, and then they create this thing. So that was done by coordinators. So now what we want to do is we want to give this to reviewers for them to propose these ideas, to organize our data inside of Review Circle and create such teams inside of Review Circle. So each reviewer can come up with an idea that the thing that Review Circle is lacking in. They can submit a proposal. And once they submit the proposal, each reviewer and coordinators can come over here in the vote for proposal section and basically vote up and down to everybody's proposal. And whatever proposal goes forward, it's basically taken by the coordinators, and they see like whether it's even useful to implement this or not. And then we proceed forward with the creation of special teams. So it's kind of an experiment. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. So it's like an internal idea box, but more sophisticated than that. So, well, first thought in my mind is maybe other circles can benefit from this as well. Maybe there are some other features here that other circles like and would like to have as well. Or maybe we could have it also on all circles level, right? If you haven't, well, we have Lumio, but yeah, we have so many things right now. So yeah, let's see how this works in your area. But yeah, I really need to go through this with more attention and absorb it. I'm telling people all the time that I'm really impatient and waiting for things to happen. This is kind of the opposite. I don't get that a lot. So yeah, kudos. But also let's not forget to collaborate and to check with others that are working on similar things. But we'll do that now in the opposite order.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Jan and Judith.
In our BizDev and product call, we started we had an idea. It wasn't really a full discussion yet, but it was around naming our products and platforms. We have the Deepfunding platform, we have the Deepfunding portal, and we noticed that the naming is not ideal, especially not when we're presenting to partners. It is a bit confusing. And we were thinking, can we maybe brainstorm new names? Now, we don't have time to do it in this call, but if everyone could start thinking of possible names for the Deepfunding portal and the Deepfunding platform, maybe we can have a longer discussion around it in one of the next calls, or maybe someone can put out a discussion thread or poll where we can brainstorm some names. But it would be great if we could all start thinking about some more fun and descriptive names for the portal and the platform. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me chip in. Let me chip in right away. Yeah, so sorry. Oh yeah, no. Greg Kubler, the other. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. I'll be quiet.
All right. Greg Kubler the other day, 2 weeks ago or so, single-handedly changed the name of the channel, Deepfunding Portal, to Deepfunding Platform, because he thought that portal was a term out of the 90s or something. And now, whenever I type platform in Mattermost, I get 20 results. And I used to type portal, and I would only get 1 or 2 channels. But indeed, it's also very confusing internally, but also when we talk to customers or partners or whatever, and talk about the platform. So I remember that even Ben, like 2-3 years ago, asked the same thing about the Deepfunding AI platform. He said, "Isn't there a better term for that thing?" It's also a moving target, of course, because we will have ASI Create, and in Deepfunding we'll have our community side and our hackathon side and our Deepfunding lab side. So maybe we can just call it the funding side or something. I don't know. But yeah, all these platforms that were popping up all around the place do make it kind of hard. So yeah, some creative thinking would be helpful. Oh, and Slate. I can imagine that some people wouldn't appreciate this background when they're trying to concentrate on some of these things.
Yeah.
But it looks cool, I have to say.
Yeah, I got the thoughts from Paulo and Igu as well, and they had the same opinion. I will change that. Yeah. Yeah. I have a report. I still have some stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, please let's wrap up with that.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
you stopped at point title 2.
Point
So
title 2,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So we are also having collaborations with Dev Outreach. We had a call with Ubio and Riyadh the other day, and we are setting up follow-ups. It's kind of a follow-up. We are basically reaching out to teams who are having issues with their service onboarding specifically. So we did the follow-up like last month, and we still got some issues. Like some of our teams were asking, like they tried to onboard their service, but they had these issues. Maybe they are shifting to the new exchange, which is feet to feet, and that's why they might be having these issues. And also maybe it's related to some other stuff. So they have this onboarding team, and we'll see and ask the onboarding teams first, like what the issue they are specifically facing, and then we'll connect them to the dev outreach for further assessment. And yeah.
The point is the question is how can we prepare the teams when they are when they are preparing to proposal to get ready to go to a portal, so they to go to the marketplace. So the idea is before the team go to the proposal, they have an idea what are expected to them by the end. So this meeting was very, very good. So the team can prepare all steps and the milestone, etc. And by the end, we'd like the development is ready to go to the marketplace, not wait an extra phase or something else. We're talking about the compatible tools and how can you integrate all things to have all closed circle.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, just gonna wrap up. And then we have point title number 4. We have changed the milestone review structure to add more details and yeah, to have more quantitative data to analyze, and also for the teams to better understand like what is the requirement for them to submit to get them approval. So but now there are more things that the teams have to submit, and be more thorough when they are submitting milestone deliverables, which will be ruled out in a couple of weeks. So yeah. Yes, Jan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One recurring question that I have, but it jumped at me the other day when I was looking at some dashboards on the operation port, and it showed completed projects per round. And I saw that in round 1 and 2, there are really a lot of open projects still. And yeah, we've been working on this, on reviewing that and assessing and seeing what we can do with it. Are they really still working on it? If so, how can we help them? If it's just abandoned, then let's please close or complete them. So I know you're working on that. Could you tell us what the status is on this?
Yeah, we are still receiving some emails every week. We have sent out the emails already to all the awarded teams, and we have also highlighted like which teams were inactive throughout that period of time, especially in the early rounds. And now what we are planning to do is we want to proceed forward and cancel the as you said, like cancel the contracts for the awarded teams who aren't active or aren't replying after multiple attempts, and also help those teams who really want to continue and like reach out to them directly through each channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait until everything is perfect, right? But if after 2 or 3 attempts, a team from round 1 is not reacting, close it. We can always reopen it, but close it if in doubt. Then it looks a little bit better on the boards, but also, yeah, we have more information. Also financially, right? Do we still have to pay for these milestones, or can we forget about them? So yeah, I hope we can get going and at least start with an initial list that are basically not answering the calls, or maybe did answer and say, sorry, but don't count on me completing this anymore, sorry.
Yes, we'll have that very soon.
I'm very curious about that list. Please let me know which teams don't answer or don't complete. Specifically curious about 1 or 2 names, I think, but also in general.
All right, yeah. We'll get that back to you in regards to this in a couple of days, yes.
We have the emails feedback, so we can put all in the report. It can be information. In parallel, we had the particular case where you have been working a lot for some months to try to help the team to finish the project, and we are trying a new approach. Rafael helped us a lot on this, to try to see the team, how can we get good for Deepfunding and for the team, because in particular case, guys, I don't know if you know this. If the team cannot deliver, they say, okay, I don't have money to finish. And we say, okay, if you don't deliver, we don't pay. So we have an impasse. So we're trying to deal with this case by case, try to find some compromise to finish. If the team wants to finish, we will help. You know? But we are working on this new approach.
Yeah, I'm sure it will require some case-to-case conversation and measures. Having the right information is I like what you're doing, guys, in the review circle. You're constantly increasing the level of professionality what you're doing, and thereby will hopefully also increase the level of outcomes that the teams are delivering, and maybe at the same time have some inspiration and tooling that the other circles might benefit from as well. So great work, thank you.
Okay, then, Tommy, please.
Yes, Slate and Paolo, just to avoid some duplication in towards round 4, Rojo and I and a small team went through proposals from 1 to 3 to see who weren't performing. So you may want to check with Rojo on the docs, especially in round 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot, Tom. We'll check that out.
Okay, Aya.
All right. Sorry, this is about something else entirely. So I don't know if I can mention it right now. Miriam?
So sorry.
Miriam,
yes, you can just go right ahead.
Oh, all right. Thank you. So I just wanted to intimate the community that Operation Circle, we are trying to get some feedback regarding this report system. And then we'd like to share some survey, just very few questions, to see if there are suggestions to improving the system, the presentation, probably even the content of the report itself. Yeah, so just some heads up in case we share links and then we follow up just a little bit.
Okay, all right then. Thank you for sharing that, Ayo. Yes, so that's an announcement for everyone. Slate, are you done?
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, then thank you very much, Slate and Paulo and everyone at the review circle. And that's basically it, guys. We've gone through every circle. Does anyone else have a question or a comment? Yan, over to you.
Well, I saw somebody, Paulo, referring to the CRISP team. And I thought maybe we should also have a slot for the CRISP team in this session so that they can inform us about it. I mean, they're almost more or less a circle in a sense. So I would like to hear their updates as well. So that was my main comment. And yeah, I may be a little bit obnoxious with all my questions and answers. But I would say that I like these interactions also in this meeting. If this meeting is just a bunch of people reading from paper what they have done, it's still useful. But I also think that the dialogues here and giving feedback and so if we can, I would like to motivate everybody to get in that kind of conversation and try to keep the updates as short and concise as possible and try to have some more room for this discussion and conversation and feedback and so on. So I'm trying to give a good example.
Okay, Yan, thank you for sharing that. I think that's something we would consider between Operation Circle and Event Circle, how CRIPS can also present or at least share updates during retrospective meetings and get in whatever written reports that they want to share to operations in time, to IO specifically in time. But Presa, then Vani, and I think that'll be the end. Nobody else.
Quick stuff. No, I'm gonna step down here in that communications framework that were delivered some time ago. It was exactly the all hands should be about this, right? The only thing is in calls like this where we discover sometimes a lot of nice things that are happening. It would be also good to have a more seamless thing, and we also discussed about this internal newsletter, which also is within time, with a period. So having something more ongoing where we can put what we are doing, circles on members, even members. Hey, I'm working on this here. I suggested before using the TMS, right, open projects for having this type of stuff exactly disclosed with everyone so we can know what's going on, perhaps chip in or just to get to know and not double with would be ideal. But for now, these meetings are very good for that, so let's engage. One last thing, I shared the Google form for application in the round 5 work group, as I mentioned before. Please go there if you have the intention. Last time I saw we have 3 members, really good applications. So if you want to make difference or something or participate in it, please go there and apply. Everybody's welcome.
All right, then. Thank you, Presa. And Vani.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I agree with what Jan just said about how it's good to have interaction and discussion as well as people kind of reporting. But this might be just me, but does it often feel a bit rushed to anyone else? It's like we get the form like a day before we've got to complete it, and then there's no chance to share it beforehand. And I just think if people had a chance to have a read, only if they want to, but if they have the chance to, they might have more questions. Because I feel like, Jan, you kind of really know what's going on, obviously. So you've got questions because you know what's going on, but maybe some of us would need to read up before we knew what we wanted to ask. So I don't know, would people feel like it was too much to maybe have your report done a day or two before the meeting, or is that too much?
I love that suggestion. I think I don't know everything that's going on. Far from it, I would say, less every quarter. I can absorb things better by a document than by listening. So if I can read through the document beforehand, it will take me less time, but I will absorb it better. And then if we could have this meeting just by mentioning the points, but then having a conversation around it somehow, that would be much more interesting, I think.
The other thing I was going to ask, and this is mainly to you, Io, is do we need to wait for you to send us the form, or can we just add to the old one? Because, like, you know, you can start writing your report whenever you want to start writing it in that case. But I sort of am under the impression that we have to wait for you to send us the new one. But that's probably not right, is it?
Yeah. So to be honest, the documents are open to all coordinators. They are always open to all coordinators, and so I don't have to do anything really. Yeah. Now I do things because sometimes people are really busy, and then there has to be somebody to say, okay, do you remember that we have a retrospective all hands? And then even when people make reports, people still can change reports or make additions, just like you are mentioning with onboarding circle, for example, right? So it's a community thing. We can all decide that retrospective can happen the month after. So maybe get the reports done last Wednesday, and then the other Wednesday we have a special retrospective time to discuss. Maybe, but as far as how you're having to chase people, Ayo shouldn't have to chase people. Ayo chases people because people need to be chased.
Oh no, I agree with that, and I'm grateful
Yeah.
that you do chase people. I'm just wondering, like, I think one of the reasons you're having to chase people is that some people think they've got to wait for you to send them the form before they can start filling it in. And I'm just like, like you say, the access is open to coordinators, so people could just start writing, couldn't they? And if there's anybody that then hasn't done it, then you could chase them, but maybe that'll be fewer. I don't know. But I feel like we should definitely have like a cut-off date that's before the meeting, like not on the same day.
Yeah, perhaps this would be the beginning of that tooling that I mentioned about ongoing things happening. So after the end of each monthly call that you had, like this one, you already opened the next one, right? So we are in, September monthly. And then coordinators can jump there and start putting, as they have the meeting and etc. within their circle, they go there, hey, we decided this, we had this. And everybody can have access to read or view, right? And coordinators can input data there. And then if anyone want to go and check what's going on at that precise moment, we will be there. Of course, it depends on discipline as well from coordinators to not wait until the end, which is not going to be a requirement for this thing. But when you're right, we should have a cut date to perhaps a week before this, and then everybody can go there and read before the meeting to know what's going on. So,
Yeah, I believe that there is quite a lot to unlock here, and this was what we preempted at the Operation Circle, why we're actually going to be sharing survey to get people's insights in these things. There's a part of the survey that is specifically for coordinators, and then there's a part for people who have the other hand. So the documents for coordinators to put in the reports is open. They have access, right? It's always there. So I mean, it's just there already.
Yeah,
Now,
but
what I do is that once they are done, I put it together, right? And usually I have to confirm from them, which I do, to say, are you done? Can I publish now? I always ask them. You can, I mean, I'm sure everybody here can testify. I always ask them, can I publish now? Right. So basically, when I go around, I'm basically saying, do I have to go ahead to make this something that is presented in all hands, right? Because what the coordinators work on is a different document. What we publish is totally different document, because we can't open coordinators document to everybody, right? And then even on the website, every circle has that same sheet, that same document open on their page, right? So it's still pretty much there. People can still read if they want to read. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much open. I think we would really focus on the survey and then see how we can improve the whole system.
Yeah, I think we need to rethink this whole process a little bit. If we have the internal newsfeed and people are already adding things there, then this will feel a little bit redundant to also once in a month need to make this report. And we don't want to make this into a bureaucracy. So maybe this is something we can integrate in that lab experiment for the internal newsfeed. And that you can always add new things that you're working on and maybe change them a little bit. And somehow aggregate that in a report like the one that we're using for this thing. And maybe by marking certain messages that are that should be added here. So you can add them in the newsfeed whenever you want. And people, I also don't have to read it 2 days before the meeting or 1 day before the meeting. But yeah, every day or every couple of times a week, I will check up on the messages. And then we have the call in a month, once a month. Yeah, and then we have all these interesting topics there. And then maybe if we can aggregate that into a document that we can put on the website, or maybe even that is old-fashioned. Maybe we'll just update the things that are that we now put in this kind of report, also publish them on the community website whenever they're ready. And that's not a doc once a month anymore. I don't know. There's also something to be said to have a wrap up every month or maybe in a different timeline. That's also open for discussion, I would say a quarter or whatever, and then do it a little bit more in depth. I don't know. But yeah, let's make it natural. Let's make it interesting and fun. It's probably most interesting to make an update on something when you've just done it and we're still enthusiastic about it. Whereas when you have to do it at the end of the month and it's already 2 weeks ago, and yeah, then it's something you have to do. So yeah, I think there are a lot of initiatives coming together here. We have the notifications and other things going on at the community website. We have this feed also on the portal or whatever we want to call it. We have the internal newsfeed. I think if we do this cleverly, we can integrate all of these things in one great feature that has different outputs. Maybe we should ask Slate to build it. I think he will have it done in 5 days or so. There was a compliment, Slate. Yeah, so it was a great discussion. And let's make these meetings interesting and fun and engaging and have some value coming out of it and make it a connecting point also between circles where we can really learn from each other what we're working and how we're working, etc. We're really looking forward to that. And not saying that it's wrong today. Today it's also useful and it actually, Vani, I'm getting a lot of information out of it because very often I don't know everything yet. But with the communication framework getting into action more and more, maybe that will improve as well. So improvements all around, I would say.
Yep, yep. And is
Yep,
late, by the
yep,
way,
yep.
you can sleep now because probably you are not sleeping for the past 2 weeks, right? If you delivered so much the previous only 2 weeks, please sleep.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the circles. Thank you to all the coordinators. Thank you to you who came out. 42 of us are here. That's great. Thank you for the month of August. Yan loves you all. So does Presa from the bottom of their hearts. I'm not really sure about love, but I'm sure they love you. So thank you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. No parting words, no encouragements. Just go and be encouraged. Just go and do great, And that's basically it. Thank you everyone for joining August Retrospective. A couple of announcements. Like Rafael had indicated, like he had mentioned, the work group form is out for round 5. So if you're interested in being a part of the work group for round 5, please fill the form in time. The deadline is the 2nd of September, if I'm correct. So please fill that before the deadline. Don't trust future you that you're going to fill it on the 2nd. Fill it today, fill it tomorrow. Don't wait for the 2nd. Please don't give Presa high blood pressure. Second announcement, Town Hall holds next week on Thursday by 6 p.m. UTC. So if Priscilla is in your DMs about presentations, please also make her happy. Just respond, say yes, come and present as well. And then X Spaces still continue. If you've missed our past 2 conversations, it's the replay is available on our X account at Deepfunding. The last one was with Haley, and 2 episodes ago was with Ubio. We've had brilliant people so far, and I think you can learn a thing or two. So the next space should be on the 8th of September. So let's keep that in mind. Please hold on. Let me check if I'm missing any other announcements. Yes, if you're not following us on social media, LinkedIn, X, now Blue Sky, YouTube, please subscribe, follow, do all the things, turn on your notifications, like our content, comment, retweet, share. Again, do all the things. And yeah, that's basically all for the announcements. Yeah, see you guys at the next town hall.
Can
Please
I
come
make one
up.
more announcement?
Yeah, sure.
For those who don't know, maybe it's relevant for some people. I plan to be on holiday in the next 2 weeks. I don't know the exact days. Maybe we'll leave a few days later and come back a few days, or something like that. But for the next 2 weeks, I'm on holiday, meaning that I will try to limit my Zoom meetings to the absolute minimum. But I expect to be on Mattermost quite a bit. So feel free to reach out to me, but don't count on me being in meetings.
Okay, then 2 weeks of no Yan at 100. So manage whatever percentage he's able to give to you. It's just 2 weeks. You won't die. You'll make it. All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a lovely rest of day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And see you next week on Thursday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all.
Mayor. Mayor, are you still here?
Yeah. What?
Yes. If I end the meeting, is the recording going to go to my
Yes.
laptop?
No, cloud. I think it's cloud.
Straight to the cloud. All right then. All right, ending now.